board and share my screen. Um, let's see. Is it showing? Okay. I'm gonna put it in presentation mode. Okay. Why is it not? Okay. I'm not sure why I did that. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Can you guys see my screen? All good? Okay, perfect. Yay! Well, welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you all had an awesome Labor Day weekend. It's hard for me to not like look at the side of my computer because that's where you guys are. Okay, put you up there. But I hope you guys all had an amazing Labor Day weekend. I'm so excited for our call tonight. I think it's gonna be really, really helpful. Even for me, just putting together these slides today, it was just kind of a reminder of all the ways that we can maximize our income here as body partners and kind of how the compensation plan works. And I just think it's good to constantly get those reminders of how it all breaks down. And so tonight we're going to dive into that. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and do some celebration because we had an amazing, amazing August. And so many of you guys worked so hard for and with your Team Cup team. So Kirby ended up getting Success Club 17. I ended the month at Success Club 9, not quite my goal, but Courtney Foster at Success Club 9, Allison Ramezan, I am totally missing this up. Ramazan, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Success Club 8, Shay Mills, Success Club 7, Lauren Beal, Success Club 6, Lauren Boyce, Success Club 6, Carly Brown, Success Club 5, and Ashley Fisher at Success Club 5. So congratulations, ladies. You seriously crushed it. And then also just want to give Megan and Jessica a shout out too, because they were so close at Success Club 4 and so many other ladies, obviously, helping 1, 2, 3 people last month. And I just personally love, if you have not dived into exactly how Success Club program works, there's so many ways now that you can get Success Club points, especially through just new subscriptions. And it's not just total solution packs, it's multiple home direct orders that add up together to get you some of those points. And so it's really cool and really empowering. And so take some time and dive into it for this month, and set some goals for yourself and really push yourself to get there. I think that Success Club's obviously not the end all be all. That's why we like to call it the Changing Lives Club, because it really is about helping people. But it's so amazing that we get to work for a company that rewards us for helping other people. And I just think that's really powerful. And for me, it's really like when I see all of these numbers, I think about the women that this represents, right? The families that are being changed. We as moms and women are gatekeepers to our homes. And so whether that's you and your roommates or your husband or your family, whatever that looks like, you are leading the way with your family. And so I just think that's really powerful and really cool to get to celebrate. So congratulations, ladies. Let's make September an amazing month. There's so many people who are trying to create a routine. They're trying to get back into their fitness goals. The slate is clean and we have so many people to help. And so I just wanted to celebrate you guys. Also wanted to give a shout out for our top recruiters from August. Courtney Foster ended up bringing on 3 recruits last month, and so did Kirby. And then we had Shay and myself at 2, and Lauren Beal, Bailey, Stephanie, Alyssa, and Allison at 1 apiece. And so I just love seeing the mission of this team expand. Again, like I just think that the sky is the limit. People ask me all the time, like, oh, do you think that like Beachbody's been around for so long, you think it's kind of lost its luster? And I'm like, no, it truly hasn't. Like we still don't have a lot of competition when it comes to this space and helping people get fit and healthy from home with amazing programs that are curated and planned out and come with nutrition programs and coaches to help them get there, partners to help them get there. And so keep bringing people into this space. I think this team is incredible. And so keep sharing this month. We do have a lot of opportunities for you guys this month just to get involved in what we have happening on our team. So this is our September team calendar. If you haven't seen it, it's pinned in the top of our team page. And you'll see some of the key dates for September over here on your left. We've also got them plugged in over here on your right as well. But we do have a team call each Monday night. We've got a couple of body partner sneak peeks. We do have a lunch and learn that we're going to be doing. So trying to throw spaghetti at the wall, y'all. I know some people don't like that saying, but I personally do. I think that sometimes you have to take messy action and figure out what works. And so mix it up this month. I'm going to try out this lunch and learn and see if people want to hop on and come learn about being a body partner. Try different things. So you'll see some of these things start to happen throughout the month. We do have also, just a shout out to that, September 21st, we've got that $99 body and Shakeology monthly pack that we are launching. It's going to be a limited promotion to kind of see how it goes. They're kind of testing it out more or less. But that's a really big deal and another opportunity for you to, help people if they don't want to make the investment of, $190 for the year, but they want to try it out for a month. Could also be a great way to kind of like bring on partners and prefer customers, and then also just grow your volume, which we're going to talk more about tonight. So that is the plan for September, and I'm really excited. We will have some action hours as well, but just waiting on ladies to step up and help lead those. So as soon as I kind of have people who step into that, I'll be able to announce those as well. All right, we are going to go ahead and get this party started. I'm just going to check the chat box really quick. Awesome. Love it. Everybody just cheering each other on. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about the compensation plan, and I really want for you guys to think about this a little bit differently tonight. I think a lot of times, like, we get weird about money, or we know that we need money because we have to provide for our families, right? Like, we know that it is a necessity, but I think sometimes we forget the freedom that we are creating through our compensation and through our income in order to make impact. And that's really powerful to think about. Just, hey, if I'm able to help more people and grow my income, then that is more opportunities for my family. Yes, to like be able to do some of the things that are special to us and make those memories, whatever that looks like for you. But also it's an opportunity to give more. It's an opportunity to have a more generous spirit and to be able to like maybe do for other people what people have been able to do for you. And so I just think that we get kind of weird about money, but really money is just an exchange of our services and someone else's services, and really helping people. And so tonight we're going to talk about how really the compensation plan and creating freedom through impact and income. All right, I'm really quick, I should probably introduce you just in case somebody doesn't know who you are. Kind of forgot about that. Like, oh yeah, this guy. So for those of you guys who don't know Brian, this is my husband, Brian. He has been a part of my business since day one. I truly would not be here without him. Like, seriously, if your husband is not on board and with your business, like, you need to teach him about this business, because when Brian understood the business, whether that is understanding, they need to understand the basics. Like, would you want your husband to start a business, like a brick and mortar company in your town, and you don't know anything about what the heck he's doing? No, you're going to be like, I want to know the details. Who's working for you? How are you going to make money? What are we investing into this? Like, same thing for this business. If you want your husband to take it seriously, you need to take it seriously, and you need to help him understand it. So introduce him to things like this, like invite him to come on the team call and listen and learn, especially calls like this, especially. So reach out to me if you want to get that recording, and I can provide it to you, and you can, have him watch it with you. But literally, Brian has supported me since day one, and it truly has been the game changer in this business. And Brian and I are so different. He's like a money, numbers, tracking, like every little detail like that. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. I'm just working and we'll see. And so it's good because he like strengthens me in that and helps me be more strategic and like look at those insights because it is important. Like, even if you think, oh, well, that's just not my personality. It doesn't matter if it's not your personality, it's a business, and you have to take that seriously because that is us stewarding our business well. So for me, Brian has really been a huge impact in that. And so that's why I really wanted him to talk tonight and beyond tonight to talk about the compensation plan, because he is really passionate about numbers and he works in insurance. So he sells every single day, like all of his everything with his job. If he is succeeding at his job or failing at his job is pretty much based on selling and upselling and all of those things. And so he truly does understand what our job looks like. And he can give really great insight around the compensation plan, but also even like how to get there. So anyways, we're gonna kind of go back and forth tonight and chime in together, but I just wanted to introduce y'all to him. So
hey everybody. So first off, I apologize if my voice starts to go as we do this. I'm dealing with allergies right now. Probably a lot of you guys are the way the weather's been, but so I'll do my best to be loud. But kind of what Caroline was saying, one of the things that when she first started was, maybe before you started, like when we were talking about it, it was just kind of like, I was like, okay, I want to know what is this going to cost us to do? And then what does the potential for this look like? Because it's kind of like, if you're going to, spend time doing this and take time away from our family, and it's with good intentions, obviously, I want to know, like, is it going to be worth it? Does it make sense? So I think it's important to, if you haven't already, talk with your husband about it. And, if you're not, hopefully this presentation will help you know all the ways you can make it, grow your income and make an income. But if your husband doesn't know that, show him this, let him go in the back office and like maybe just browse around. I mean, that's kind of basically what I did, to just learn stuff. Just like, well, what is this? How do you do this? Just learning. So hopefully this will be a good, kind of way to do that. But so starting out, first thing I wanted to, how do you make this go forward? I don't know. I just sell things. I don't. I was listening. This is kind of crazy. This was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was listening to Dave Ramsey on Spotify, and it was just, like a recording of his radio show. And he literally said this, and I typed this out. I didn't go look this up. Like, I heard this on one of his podcasts and just, thought this was awesome. But he said, if you are in an MLM and it's legitimate, you are really doing some good stuff, then I'm fine with it. I've got no issue. He talks about how MLMs, he knows, can sometimes have bad reputations, certain companies more so for sure than others. But he said, I've got several friends, and I think he didn't say this, but I think one of these people he's talking about is Michelle Myers, because I know Michelle and Dave Ramsey's team were kind of talking at one point about possibly collaborating on stuff. But he said, I've got several friends who are doing some really cool stuff. The Beachbody team is doing some really cool stuff. I'm giving them a free endorsement right now. Of all MLMs, that's the one he mentioned. So I thought that was really powerful, because everybody knows Dave Ramsey, and some people might disagree with some of the principles, but I think that's beside the point. He is all about, doing the smart and safe play, financial piece. And so for him to say that, I think says a lot about how Beachbody is structured. It's not a scam, just really showing, like, endorsing it. I just, that it's legitimate and it's cool and they're doing the right thing.
And the compensation plan, because he's
a numbers guy.
And the reason that Dave Ramsey doesn't care for some MLMs is because he doesn't like that that they make people invest so much money into buying products and having a closet full of things, or he feels like
can't sell.
He feels like that sometimes they suck people in to making like promises that they can't actually keep, or that aren't actually like legitimate. And so for him to say this, and because basically on this interview, someone was asking a question about MLMs, and so this was his answer to that customer, or the person who had called in. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
So we're going to talk about just kind of a brief overview of all the ways you can earn income. Hopefully you guys are familiar with this, but if not, this would be a good kind of overview. So obviously, the first thing is just selling the product, which if you're an affiliate, affiliates can do this now. All you got to do is just, hyperlink to a product or through a share cart, and you earn commission from whatever you sell to whoever. And through that, they've created Success Club to kind of incentivize, give you a goal to shoot for, really. And with that comes prizes and obviously the Success Club trip. Having a goal like that is great for any sales job. I mean, we have goals in my job, is to hit a certain amount of life insurance apps, and you win, prizes every quarter. So, it's good to have something to shoot for, because otherwise you might be like this. And if you make it a non-negotiable to hit these goals, I mean, not only are you going to get a little, it's incentivizing you, but you're going to get commission off that, and it's going to give you income. So if you're not really necessarily income oriented, having a goal will help you get there as well, of just hitting Success Club. And that's the whole point of why they do it. Subscriptions is the next one. So obviously you have Body, which is the big subscription that everybody wants. And then obviously the nutrition side of things. So, performance, all that stuff. So you guys know all about that. So, you want to build subscriptions, because over time, after you, do that first sell, you want them to be on the, Shakeology, the Glow Pack, the, Go and Glow, all that stuff, because that's going to get you residuals, and that's going to help your clients do well, because they're going to be, they got skin in the game. They're going to stick with the programs for maybe more than just one program, hopefully, because they're going to see results. Because that's how they're going to get the best results, is just staying plugged in, staying on subscription. And then from there, and we'll kind of talk about this later on, but kind of part 2 is building your team, which starts with that. You're going to start seeing team cycle bonuses, and I'll explain more about that later. Matching bonus, fast start bonus, fast start plus bonus, quarterly bonus. There's a lot of bonuses that you can get, and these are weekly, monthly, quarterly bonuses that you can get. So I think we'll talk more about all these later on, right? I don't want to get too deep into it. Yeah. So first thing we'll talk about is a team cycle bonus. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this chart, but hopefully this kind of this got me excited. When I saw this, I was like, wow, okay, this is pretty legit. So team cycle bonuses. So basically what it is as you start building a team, you'll start finding that there's already coaches under one of your legs, which is called your strong leg. And the reason there's coaches under there is because the people above you, your upline, and everybody else who's on that leg, they're going to be signing up coaches, and they actually go underneath you. So whatever they sell and the volume they create, you're actually going to get part of that. You're going to get that in your team volume. So that right there is already helping you grow your volume. So if you go and look at your team volume report, you'll see you have volume even if you have no coaches under you, as far as your own personal coaches, because probably there's somebody that's already signed a coach up that's placed them on the leg underneath you on your strong leg. So, but then as you start building a team, you'll start building both legs, but also your weak leg, which is going to be the opposite of the strong leg. It could be right or left. We'll talk about that later. But in order to get a team cycle bonus, you just have to have 200 volume points on your 200 team volume points on your strong leg, and then 100 on your weak leg. And when you put those two together, that equals one team cycle bonus. You can kind of see how it's, can they see this when I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can kind of see how it's broken down here. So this leg's got 200 team volume, this leg's got 100. You put that together, and that's one team cycle bonus. So with that, if you're an Emerald coach, you get $14 every time that happens. And then as you go up, you can see Ruby, $16, Diamond, $18. So really, we say shoot for Emerald, really fast, but ideally you want to get to Diamond as fast as possible, because you're going to maximize how much you're going to get for every team cycle bonus that you get when you're Diamond versus Emerald. So then from there, you can cycle up to this amount per week. if you're one of these, coaches. So Emerald, you can max out at $250 in team cycle bonuses per week. So that's $1,000 right there in 4-week span. And then when you're Ruby, you can max out at $1,000 per week. Diamond, $2,000 per week. So if you're a Diamond coach and you're maxing out at $2,000 a week, $8,000 a month. I mean, right there. So and you can just see it just continues to go up. And then from there, I mean, you can obviously, we talk about opening second business centers. So there are some coaches, like I know Montana, what's her name? Lives in Montana, has like 9 second CBCs or whatever. What's her name?
Micah Folsom.
Micah Folsom. Yeah, I knew we knew it. Micah Folsom. I know she's all about once you get to 2-star, I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but you can open a second business center. And so you could be a 2-star in one business center, a 2-star in another business center. So then you can not that you're making, but you can make up to $4,000 per week in both business centers, which is just obviously like, so that's got this page kind of got me seeing like the long-term vision of it. So when you build a team,
and we'll talk more about this.
Like.
I think Brian has a slide just talking about this in a little bit, but this can roll over. So if you're not using up all of your volume on your right leg,
it carries over.
Like, let's say that number was 150 right here, and you were only going to use 100 of it. That 50 would carry over. So then next week, if you had 150 on that weak leg, it would add to it.
Yeah, or just say you have 0 on this leg and you have 200 on here. Then the next week, you'll start out with 200 on here, and then say you get 100 here, then you'll get the team cycle bonus.
Yeah.
So it just builds on itself. So then the next thing is the matching bonus. So the matching bonus starts when you can see when you're a Ruby and above. So what the matching bonus is that when anybody on your team that's a personally sponsored coach gets a team cycle bonus, you get a bonus of 5% of that if you're a Ruby, or 10% if you're a Diamond. So easy kind of example over here shows that this Diamond coach has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coaches that earned $100, $500, all those right there in team cycle bonuses that week. So it totaled $1,500 in team cycle bonuses that those coaches earned, that coaches, personally sponsored coaches, earned. So that means as a Diamond coach, they got a $150 bonus just because their team cycled that amount of times. So just another way that Beachbody incentivizes leaders to continue to build leaders. And then the Fast Start bonus, which some of you might be familiar with this, but Fast Start bonus is that you get a commission if you enroll a coach who purchases a challenge pack. So once they purchase a challenge pack, I think it's in that first month, right? Or when you enroll a coach, I guess you get a commission if they enroll a coach, purchase a challenge pack. So then if you do that for 5 personally sponsored coaches within a 5-week period, you also get a $100 bonus. So that's basically you can get a bonus per week, and then you get another $100 bonus or per coach, let's say, within a 5-week period. And then if you get all that in a 5-week period, you get another $100 bonus. So just another way to Beachbody incentivizes you to help coaches get started quickly. And then they still compensate you for that. So I know sometimes we worry that, well, if I sign up a coach and instead of just as a customer, I'm not going to get maybe the credit, that I would, but you do because of the Fast Start bonus. And then if you can obviously do that 5 coaches in a 5-week period, you get another bonus.
Absolutely. And I think too, the thing is like, so this is, I know it says coaches here, but this is obviously for partners and PCs. So the thing is you're getting that $100 bonus. So let's say that you do sign up your customers as a PC, then if you get 5 of those people, then you're going to get that $100 bonus, and your PCs are also more likely to stay on Shakeology and on their subscriptions. So they're more likely to stay on subscriptions than a customer. That's just fact. That's what we know. If you go look at your insights, you look at your back office, your coaches what I call coaches, working partners, and your PCs are more likely because they're paying $15.95 a month. So obviously they're going to be more likely to stay on the subscription. So you're getting that fast start bonus off the front, but then also too, you're getting that volume, which is again, going back to the last slide, helping with those team cycle bonuses and your volume on your weak leg, especially, and we can talk about this more in a little bit, but when you open up a second CBC. So for me, I have 3 CBCs, okay? So I have my main CBC, then I have another CBC on my weak leg and another CBC on my weak leg. That's not counting Brian's CBC. So technically, if you counted Brian, that'd be 4 that I control. I think we might talk about this in just a second.
Yeah, we will.
But you can then send all of your orders to that last CBC. Does it make sense? So you can send all your orders to that last CBC. So it's building that volume on your weak leg and then giving you more team cycle bonuses. So.
All right. And then also there is a quarterly bonus. And I guess we never got those numbers, did we?
No.
Okay. So quarterly bonuses are for 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star diamonds. So basically what happens is Beachbody takes the total sales for that entire quarter generated by the coaches and gives 0.5% to all the coaches in each category. So let's say for easy numbers sake, if all the coaches in Beachbody together sold a total of $100 million in revenue, let's say in that quarter, 0.5% is $500,000. So if you're a 2-star diamond, you are going to be in that pool of all the 2-star diamond coaches and above. They get to split $500,000, however many is in there. So let's just say there's only 2. There's more than 2 2-star diamonds, but let's just say there's only 2. Then they would get to split $500,000. So they get $250,000 each. So, and basically how it works is then let's pretend, let's just do it for easy numbers sake. Say there's 100 2-star diamonds. So, divide that by 500,000 by 100. I don't know. I think it's like $5,000. That's not accurate as far as what 2-star diamonds are actually getting. To be frank, I think the last 2-star diamond pool that Caroline qualified for was like $900. She got a $900 bonus for being in that pool. So then if for 5-star diamonds and above, if you're a 5-star diamond and above, you get part of the 2-star diamond pool and part of the 5-star diamond pool. So let's say of those 100 2-star diamonds and above, they were in that first pool, there's only 30 5-star diamonds and above from that same pool. So that means the 35-star diamonds would get it to split another $500,000 on that 5-star diamond pool. And they'd also get their 2-star diamond bonus as well. So it's not just like you get one, you get everything you've qualified for and below.
And think about a lot of these coaches have multiple CBCs on top of that. So let's say that I was 5-star in my main CBC and 2-star in my second CBC and 2-star in my next CBC. So I'm getting in my main CBC the 5-star and the 2-star, because again, like Brian said, you get whatever you qualified for if you're 2-star and you're 5-star. Then in your second CBC, you're getting a 2-star, and another CBC, you're getting a 2-star. So it's literally like each CBC.
Yeah. So then obviously same thing goes on if you're 10-star, and you get, let's say there's, 10 stars and below or and above. So they'd get, to split 10 people get to split $500,000.
And again, you only have to,
that's not accurate, but I'm just making it for easy sake.
You have to hold your rank 6 weeks in the quarter,
yes,
in order for you to get it. So we should have put this in here.
Yeah.
So just because, like for me, just because I'm a 5-star diamond, lifetime diamond, like doesn't mean I just get all the bonuses. I have to hold it for 6 weeks in the quarter in order to get the bonus. So like, just to be frank, last quarter, I only got the 2-star bonus because I didn't hold 5-star for 6 weeks during the quarter. Yeah. So it's compounding. So if you're 5-star, you get 0.5% for 2-star and another 0.5%. Yes, exactly, Loretta. So it compounds on each other. So do you remember how many people qualified for the 2-star bonus?
I think it was like 300, something around there, 300 maybe. And I don't remember what the volume was or anything like that. I just remember it was.
Yeah, and we tried to get these updated numbers for y'all, but I didn't get an answer back in time.
But I know at one point, I can tell you the numbers
And
here.
I can start posting them. Like, I think it would be good
So-
if each quarter we posted
Yeah,
on the team page.
For sure. So I know kind of, I remember seeing one, this could have been a few years ago by this point. So could change up or down. I don't know. But at one time, the 2-star bonus was like $800 one quarter. And then that same quarter, the 5-star bonus was like $2,300. And then that same quarter, the 10-star bonus was like $10,000. And then the 15-star was like $40,000. So basically, if you're a 15-star diamond, you got 40,000 plus 10,000 plus 2,300 plus 800. So yeah, you can see how it compounds. And obviously, 15 stars, there's not many out there that are, can hold it for 6 weeks. So they're getting a nice bonus in that pool. So, that just kind of shows you how it's just can escalate quickly.
Yeah. And that's also too, like, where I just want to be transparent about, some people might get to 15-star but they may never really hold it for each quarter to get these bonuses. Like, there's a difference in being solid 15-star and just being a shaky 15-star. So, but obviously there's a lot of potential there if you can be holding it.
All right.
Were there any other questions that we missed? They stack, correct? Yes.
Yeah. All right. So how do you maximize income? So obviously the big one's grow subscriptions, and you can do that just as a affiliate or as you don't really have a team. You can just grow your subscriptions, keep people, have good challenge groups, incentivize people to, stay with their subscriptions. I know we'll talk about probably just kind of that new approach that we've been discussing
Yeah.
at some point, but so I don't know if we're going to talk about here, but second thing is, and we'll talk about this in just a minute, sign up your spouse on your weak leg, or some people have done their parents, which I don't know if I would recommend that, but if you have a spouse, we'll talk about the reasons why you want to put them on your weak leg as soon as possible. Next thing is advance and rank, grow your team of personally sponsored coaches. So, that's how you're really going to grow your income in this business. It's designed for you to grow a sales team. A business, like not just you alone, become a manager, become a leader. That's how you're going to see the big growth. Obviously, everything with Team Cycle bonuses is about growing a team. Go for Emerald, then Diamond. We talked about that, and then build Team Cycle for bonuses, or Team Volume for Team Cycle bonuses. So let's, I think this is kind of a repeat, actually, that slide. I'd rather just show the slide. What was husband? One second. I didn't read this part before. Sorry, this is an old presentation that we're just kind of pulling from. This is what I wanted to go to. Okay, so this is kind of like a very, far out snapshot of Caroline's CBC or whole business center. So how it works is, that's a good question here. So, and we'll get to that. You're distracting me. Sorry.
The chat box.
So this is like, there, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a tab in the back office when you go to reports that's called graphical genealogy. And it doesn't look exactly like this, but this is it in a snapshot. So what it does is it's going to show you how your kind of business is set up. So if you go on there and say you haven't signed up anybody, you will see that there probably are some people that's already going down one of your legs, which is your strong leg. And so in this case, for Caroline, her strong leg is actually her left leg, because her upline, Michelle, placed her on her left leg. So everybody that's above Caroline and basically if it's a coach that Michelle signed up, or a coach that Michelle's coach signed up that's on that leg, and they sign up a new coach, they're going to be put under her on her strong leg. So before she even signed up a coach, she was already having volume being built on this leg. And then,
which 9.5 years into this business is
a lot
of volume.
Yeah. So So basically, when she started, we were told, sign up your husband on your weak leg. So this is her weak leg, which is her right leg, because she wasn't, producing any volume over here until she started signing me and other coaches up. So I am top person on her weak leg. And that's important because as she continues to add more coaches, she puts them down this leg, down her weak leg. She's going to be building more and more there. And then she also started building people under me as to get me to diamond to help her get to 1 star. So by doing that, she was putting people under my weak leg because see, for me, it's opposite of her. So she signed everybody up on her weak leg, which is her right leg. So my strong leg was my right leg. And then my weak leg was everybody that I signed up or that someone signed up that I signed up. So all goes on that leg. So we started building that way for this one. So once I got to diamond, and there's more coaches obviously that I didn't put, this is just very big overview. So once I got to diamond, then that made her go 1 star. Then she ended up getting another diamond over here to get her to 2 star. Once she got to 2 star, what happened was we could place her second CBC. So when she got to 2 star, she could open another CBC. And we were able, basically, she was able to put the 2 star or her second CBC under any part of her leg, her strong or weak leg. So what we did was we looked at and basically sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place, but we looked at both of her legs. Her strong leg was a lot stronger than her weak leg. So we said, okay, we need to build more volume on her weak leg so that we're capitalizing on the team cycle bonuses, because she would have a lot of carryover volume on her strong leg, like we were talking about, say 200 over here and nothing over here. So we needed to get more volume over here so we get 100 over here to equal a team cycle bonus. So she was having a lot more volume on this leg, on the strong leg, than she was on her weak leg. So we said, okay, let's put them on the weak leg. But then we also went to my account and looked, and we're seeing, okay, well, where is my weak leg and strong leg? And so what we did was we actually put her second CBC on my weak leg. So if you ever get to this point, we'll help you figure out how to do that. But what that does is then I'm also generating more volume on my weak leg and then she's generating volume over here on this strong leg of mine. So I'm able to get more team cycle bonuses under my account while also building her entire weak leg to get her more team cycle bonuses on this account. And then again, a few years later, she opened her third CBC. So with one over here, we just put one over here to kind of try to even these legs out. So now she's got 2 CBCs that she builds volume under that funnel up to me that I get team cycle bonuses off of because they're under both of my legs. And then it also goes up and she gets team cycle bonuses off of here. So that's why we're saying when, you have multiple CBCs, she's getting, she's like 4-star diamond here, Ruby coach right now here. So just kind of shows how you can earn, and we don't I'm not like I'm going to be transparent here. It's not like we're maxing out on those diamond pools, but you can see that even if you're not, you're able to capitalize on a lot of volume and all these CBCs because you're being strategic. So that's why we try to be strategic, and that's why we say sign up your husband under your weak leg if you haven't already, and as soon as possible, because you're kind of giving them that placeholder to where, anybody you sign up under your weak leg's
and you never know who you're gonna be signing up. You might sign someone up and be like, oh, I think a lot of people limit themselves and they think I can never sign up like a 15-star diamond coach, or I could never sign up the next 5-star coach. But like, if I said that about people, like, you know what I mean? Like I would have never gotten anywhere, or like if I believed that about people. So you can't have that mindset. Like you have to think, okay, I have no idea who I'm going to sign up. To be honest, most of the people I have signed up who I thought were going to pan out and be like amazing haven't. And the people who I was like, I don't know what they're going to do, they've ended up being my best coaches. So honestly, most of the people who talk the talk are the people who actually don't end up doing anything with the business. So you know, having your husband signed up like in the beginning is so important, because you don't know who you're going to sign up next, or a PC that you sign up who ends up becoming a coach. Once they sign up as a PC, they're in that spot. They cannot move when they sign up as a partner. So that is why it's so important that you're signing people up, your spouse up in the beginning, because each time you add more people, they're getting placed underneath of your spouse on that leg, if that's the leg that you put them on. Okay, so we're going to dive into, do you want to talk any more about the weak leg volume?
No, I think we-
advancing a rank. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we kind of already covered this. So how are you going to get there? We talked about a lot of stuff tonight, and bring it over here real quick. We talked about a lot of stuff tonight, right? We talked about Success Club. We talked about quarterly bonuses. We talked about team cycle bonuses, matching bonuses, subscription income. I know that realistically, there are girls on this call who are like, my family right now needs extra $1,000 a month. We have girls who are joining our team who maybe their husband has been laid off, or they are in a place financially, let's be real, with things kind of getting more expensive and inflation and things kind of slowing down a little bit, and the economy. A lot of us are like, okay, how can I make extra income? And I know it can be hard when you first start this business to be like, okay, well, I don't have a team. So how can I realistically build an income? You can reverse engineer your goals. That is the thing about this business. Like if there is a will, there is a way, right? Like if your goal is to make $1,000 a month, you totally can. You've just got to sit down, and again, you've got to be a good steward of this job that the Lord has given you, and you have to figure out, how can I get there? Like, if I know girls who are like, hey, we're trying to come up with the money for homeschool tutorial, or we're trying to come up with the money for this family vacation or whatever. Like, make that your goal, right? Like, maybe you're not income driven, but like, okay, I know that trip to Disney is going to cost our family X amount of money, and I want to save up. Reverse engineer that goal. So you guys can see here, this breaks down how you can make $1,000 per month.
This is just an example.
This is just an example. This is just kind of a starting place. There's a million different ways, not a million, but like a lot of different ways that you can make $1,000 a month in this business. This was just a quick like breakdown that we did. So if you had, let's see. So if
you're a diamond coach, you're making $18 per team cycle bonus. You make 25 team cycle bonuses a month, which is equivalent to like 5 to 6 cycles a week. So that's 500 weak leg volume on your weak leg and 1,000 volume on your strong leg per week. So that would be $450 total for that month that you made. And then again, if you're SC10, this is then sell 5 challenge packs or total solution packs. Say it's one pack's $50 in commission, that's $250 right there. So, I mean, right there, if you can get to SC10, you're a fourth of the way there. And then hopefully you build on that and you get some home directs and subscriptions going for a month at $32.49. It's $129.96. BOD quarterly subscription 2 a month at $15. That's $30. BOD annual revenue 2 a month at $40 is $80. And then fast start bonus 2 a month at $50 is $100. So 2 new coaches again, just selling the challenge pack within the first month. So you can see how that adds up to 1,000. And these are not like crazy numbers. I mean, I think this is very realistic, and that was the whole point.
Absolutely.
Trying to, and again, it's not, you can get to like SC17 like Kirby did, or you can do, if you sign up more coaches and or PCs and get them in a challenge pack within the first month. So
there's a lot of different ways you can do to get there, but I think that the whole point of this is to say like that we have to stop just being like, oh, my goal is to like make extra income for my family. Okay, but like, how much of an extra income, and like then breaking that down and actually having a plan. I think a lot of people come into this business and they get really discouraged because they're like, well, I'm not making any money. Well, have you sat down to really make a game plan of how you're going to get there? For me in my business, the first year, it was, I want to pay for our apartment rent. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had these little goals along the way. Or at first it was really just like, I want to pay the electric bill. I want to pay, And I had these little goals that kept me motivated, and I got to see myself chipping away. And I think there are a lot of people on this team right now who are kind of at this place where they're like, well, it's never going to actually grow. And I'm just going to keep chipping away. But a lot of the problem is our mindset around it. And we've got to start breaking down these goals. And we're going to dive into this a little bit more. I think I'm getting ahead of myself.
Should we check the chat just to make sure? I don't know if anybody's asked a question or not, but
no, there's no chat. It pops up on it. Okay, let me go ahead and get into this because we don't have a ton of time. Okay, so one really important thing that we wanted to talk about tonight is the importance of having a long-term vision in this business. This is not going to be a quick, oh, I made $10,000 all of a sudden and, brought on all of these coaches the first month. Like, for most people, honestly, that ends up being bad for them. When I look back at people who I have surrounded myself with in the body community, the people who saw fast success are the ones who then, when it got hard, they ended up throwing in the towel because they saw such quick success that they didn't learn to be resilient and they didn't build a firm foundation. And so I'm even now looking around and all these people, people have quit or people have stepped back, and it's because they've gotten discouraged because they saw quick success and they didn't learn to keep chipping away and building a firm foundation. And so they're super discouraged and they want to throw in the towel. You have to have long-term vision with this business. Everything we talked about tonight is not going to happen overnight. It takes showing up, just like starting a business, just like starting a new job. I mean, like, what other job is going to give you like the income growth that Beachbody does? Like, the fact that you can go from making, $1,000 a month to, in 3 or 4 years, making $10,000 a month is insane. What other job is going to give you that kind of raise? But you've got to have that long-term vision. So here on the left, you're going to see, like, this is the front end. Okay. So the front end is going to be like you as a new coach. Okay. I'm going to kind of turn this on me because I feel like I'm like leaning over.
That's fine.
The front end is you as a new coach. Okay. You're coming in and you're getting started, right? And you're kind of starting to chip away. So you're seeing immediate commissions, you're getting those fast start bonuses, and you're starting to make a little bit of money. But on the other side, you have to be thinking about that back end, right? That long-term vision. So you're making a little bit of money, and that is important that you do on the front end, but on the back end, you've got to really focus on that long-term vision. So yes, you're continuing to stay focused on the immediate commissions and the fast start bonuses, but now you've got to start thinking about, advancing in rank so that you can get those team cycle bonuses, advancing in rank so you get those matching bonuses, and then those leadership quarterly bonuses. You've got to start kind of chipping away at those things. So I like to tell people that it's kind of like you're patting yourself on the head and rubbing your belly at the same time, right? You continue to do these things on the front end, but you've also got to learn how to simultaneously do the things on the back end that are going to give you that long-term growth in your business. So on the front end, you're, confronting your comfort zones, you're finding your voice on social media, you're building a healthy pipeline, you've got mindset shift that's happening, you're overcoming those limiting beliefs, because that's what you have to do in order to get those immediate commissions and those fast start bonuses, right? But on the flip side, for long-term vision, you've got to expand your comfort zone. You've got to get confident in your value that you're providing on social media. You've got to continuously create this healthy pipeline of people that you're kind of pushing through and you're reaching out to. You have to have a super clear vision about where you're going and finding solutions through those obstacles. You've got to attract people. You've got to have an attraction marketing plan that starts to work in your business. You've got to see the compound effect paying off, right? You have to have consistency that pays off in team growth. And you've got to have systems and strategies. You cannot get over here to this reality of what you want your business to look like without having these things. And these things over here, that front end action, is not going to get you to this back end reality that you want in your business. I have had to do all of these things and revisit all of these things multiple times throughout my business every day in order to become and get my vision to where I wanted it to be. So let's talk about actual action steps that you can take in order to make these things a reality. First of all, on the front end, if you're a new coach and you're sitting here and you're like, well, I just right now want these immediate commissions and these fast start bonuses because I just need to start making some money. Like we talked about with that $1,000. You don't need back end success in order to make those $1,000 a month. You just need to be confronting your comfort zone, finding your voice, building a healthy pipeline, overcoming your mindset, and overcoming those limiting beliefs. But you have to be doing your tracker 80% of the week. Like your tracker should be done 80% of the week. Like you've got to stay on top of this. There are so many girls on our team right now who I'm talking to and I'm like, so are you doing your tracker? Because they're complaining because they're not seeing growth in their business. And they're like, well, I do most of it. I don't really do the connecting and the inviting. That's the most important part. Your activity tracker should be 80% done for the week, every single week, not last week, and then not doing it this week, every single week consistently. Inconsistency is the greatest thing holding you back from reaching your goals in your health and fitness, in your business. Like those are the things that are holding you back. It is your lack of consistency. You have to trial and error. Guys, that's what I say when I say I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall. I know, again, some people don't love that, but for me, that's what's worked over the past 9.5 years. You have to trial and error and figure out what works. Figure out what works for reels. Figure out what works for posts. Stop complaining all the time. Be solution oriented. Be like, okay, I don't know the answer, but I'm going to go figure it out. I'm going to watch YouTube videos about what I could be doing to make my reels better and the lighting better and how can I reach new people? I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go try TikTok. I'm going to go, you have to be solution oriented in this. You got to stop complaining. You got to take that complaining and pull it back in and be like, all right, I'm changing my mindset and now I'm going to go take action. You have to focus on 5 new people every 5 weeks to access that fast start bonus. I watched it happen with the summer bonus. So many people were pushing harder than I've ever seen them push. But yet every day we have bonuses sitting here waiting for us that we don't tap into because we don't even know that they're available to us, or we just don't have a game plan on actually getting there. We're not tracking our income. We're not tracking our people. We're not tracking our conversations. We're not keeping up with it to be like, okay, where am I at with this? We have so much low hanging fruit income sitting right there ready to be picked that we don't even access and we don't even tap into. And I'm preaching to myself right now too, because we're just not staying on top of how many new people did I even bring on this week? You could be sitting at 4 and be one person away from the $100 bonus. We have to really focus on these things. Now, that's just for the front end, right? For the back end, you're doing everything from phase 1 that I just talked about. But on top of that, you're recruiting. You've got to be recruiting coaches as well as clients every single month. You've got to push yourself outside your comfort zone. Again, throw spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. Run a sneak peek by yourself without your upline saying, hey, do you want to run a sneak peek with me this month? Or without waiting on me to run a sneak peek for the entire downline. More people on this team need to get out from underneath of their downlines and do some things and try some things. Because guess what? I never waited on Michelle Myers. In fact, when I started this business, about a year into it, she stepped back from the business. So I created everything myself. I said, you know what? I know what vision I want for my team. I'm going to go make it happen. You got to show up on team calls. Our team call, like people showing up, participants, has been going down over the past few weeks. And like people can't expect to see growth in their business if we're not showing up. If you're not hopping on action hours, if you're not helping lead action hours, if you're not plugging into this team in the morning. I mean, I'm waking up and I'm getting on every morning on Zoom and I'm watching it trickling down. And I know August is a hard month because all of us are trying to get back into routine. But if you're not leaning into this team, you're going to get discouraged. So lean in, race to 2-star, race to 2-star as fast as possible. I don't care what anyone says on this call. If you wanted to be at 2-star, you would figure out how to get to 2-star. And that may step on some toes, but same thing for me. If I want to get back to 5-star, I know what I need to go do. I just need to go do it. And I need to stop talking about it. I need to stop getting in my head about it. I need to stop apologizing about it. I just need to go do it. And you just need to go do it. Race to 2-star as fast as possible. Like I'm telling you guys, 2 stars where the magic starts to happen. And you've got to teach your new coaches how to hit Success Club. We've got to get out of our head about Success Club. Like there has to be a mindset shift. Did you show up here and say you wanted to work because you actually wanted to work? Or did you show up here and you love this community and you want to plug in, and that's great. But at the end of the day, in order to grow your business, you've got to be helping people. It's only going to get you so far, and you're going to end up frustrated if you're not bringing new fresh blood into your business. And Success Club helps us do that. If we bring on a new coach and they go months and months and months without helping one person, they're going to get discouraged and they're going to end up quitting. All of us, like, we all have a heart to serve people, right? Like, that's why we're here. And we could say, oh, I would do this even if I wasn't getting paid. But I'm going to tell you right now, you would not do this if you were not getting paid because there's a million other things we could do, right? Like, we could be serving in our church more. We could do, like be doing other things. We came here because we do love serving people. We do, we truly do. But also it's okay to say you also want to earn an income for your family. And in order to do that, and in order to stay motivated in what we're doing, we have to have people showing up. If I show up every day on here on a team call, if I get on here and only 2 people on, I'm going to get discouraged. I'm not going to tell you I won't. I'm going to get discouraged. But that's just like our new coaches. If they're showing up in their bod groups, if they're showing up on social media and they're getting nobody talking to them, nobody participating, they're going to get frustrated and they're going to get discouraged. That's why we have to teach them as their mentors how to hit Success Club.
Woo!
Sorry.
I think I might have stepped on some toes there.
Maybe my own.
Okay. I just want to jump in real quick and just kind of reiterate on that point. I was looking at that, the Success Club, coaches everybody who had Success Club earlier on the call. And I did kind of notice that the coaches that are Diamond were most of the coaches that were in Success Club 5 or above are Diamond coaches. And that's not just because they're Diamond coaches. That has nothing to do with their teams. That has everything to do with the fact that they've, from the front end, they said, I'm going to make Success Club non-negotiable. And because they had that attitude, that's helping them get to where they're growing their team, because you're not going to get to Diamond if you're not hitting Success Club. It's not going to work. Mm-hmm. You've got to be making Success Club a non-negotiable. And you can tell that's what those coaches have done, because I think all the Diamonds that are on Caroline's team right now were up there in that Success Club group. So.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. So I know it's almost 9 o'clock. It's 9:02. So I want to honor y'all's time. But I do want to give you guys some next steps. Okay. I think it's great to listen to a call and get really fired up and be like, oh, that was so good. Okay. But what are we going to go do with it? So I want to talk about some next steps to growing your income. And this is what I want you guys to focus on in the month of September. Okay. First off, go Emerald ASAP. Go Emerald ASAP. Go Emerald this week. I'm going to challenge myself to go Emerald every week in September. I didn't even know I was going to do that, but I'm going to do that because I want to lead from the front. Here's the deal. All you have to do is go Emerald every week, and then you'll get to Diamond. So make it super easy for yourself. Again, Emerald is just signing up 2 coaches. So when I say I'm going to go Emerald every week this month, I am going to do everything I can to make sure that by the end of the month, I have signed up 8 new partners or PCs. Okay. So 2 people, guys, 2 people. It could be your spouse. It could be a parent. It could be a PC. It could be 2 PCs. It doesn't matter. It could be your first 2 customers that you sign up and you sign them up as a PC. That would make you go Emerald. But we need to start getting some wins on this team. I'm tired of seeing no rank advancements. I'm tired of seeing people discouraged. We got to get some wins. We got to get some wins because those wins are going to encourage us. So go Emerald this week and then set a Diamond date. Usually 6 weeks after your Emerald is about a great time for a Diamond date. So set a goal for yourself. And again, it's as simple as that mindset shift of I'm just going Emerald every week. Number 2, become an expert on the front end. Just like we guys talked about for that front end activity that we just talked about, phase 1, become an expert on the front end and the activity tracker. You cannot teach to others what you're not doing yourself. You have to learn to nail the basics first. You have to learn how to show up first in order to lead other people. I always tell people it's like teaching a workout class or leading a Bible study. Like if you're not leading from the front, you can't expect for other people to show up and do the same. Number 3, focus on connecting and growing your follow-up list. Use Excel, pen and paper, a notebook, whatever, guys, whatever works for you. I do not care, but you've got to grow your follow-up list. See a no as an opportunity to ask for more questions, to add value, to check in with them later. Every person you add to your follow-up list creates a greater, healthier pipeline. You want to know something crazy? Last Thursday, I sent 150 follow-ups in 2 hours. 2 hours. I made a list 150. Like, guys, we have to stop making excuses. Now, number 4, self-evaluate. You have to know your numbers. You need to learn to evaluate what needs improvement and go take action. For me, if with those follow-ups, I didn't get a lot of people replying back, then I need to say, okay, is there something wrong with my message here? Is there something wrong with my follow-up? I need to reevaluate. You need to reevaluate, like your new people that you're bringing in. Are they staying on Shakeology? Are they staying on Energize? Like, are you serving them well to where they understand what they're getting and want to stay on the subscription because they see the value? Whatever that is, okay? Just self-evaluate. It could be your social media. It could be evaluating, like, why am I only getting 3 likes? Like, why is no one commenting? We have to learn to evaluate what we are doing and look at these as areas of improvement. We all have areas of improvement. I don't care if you're a 15-star diamond or a brand new coach who signed up yesterday. We all have area for improvement. And so we got to go take action and figure out what the solution is instead of waiting on someone to help us or tell us, because that's not our job. Our job is to take action. Last thing is to create a plan and a calendar. The 5th through the 15th, focus on recruiting to coaching because we always have that coach mentorship that's going to kick off. And then the 15th through the 30th, recruit to your next challenge group or your program or whatever it is that you're focusing on. But you've got to create a plan and you have to know what you're inviting people to. What is your offering? What is the thing that lights you on fire, that gets you excited, that makes you want to go share with people, and start doing that. And we've got to focus on that just system of the 5th through the 15th and the 15th through the 30th. And I promise these things are going to help your income grow if you truly go and you do them, not just tomorrow and then not do it for another 10 days, but consistently 80% of the time. All right. That's all I got.
Tag me in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. So you guys made it to the last part of the call. So I'm going to give you a little bonus tip. We didn't talk about this before, but I think it's important. So me and Caroline, we were evaluating her business and her offerings the other day. And when I was just kind of analyzing everything, what it means to be a client versus a PC versus an affiliate versus a partner, it's clear that we need to be trying to get everyone to be a PC, not just because it benefits us, but because it is the best option for the customer. Being a customer obviously is great. We're getting them started, but for their benefit, being a PC is going to be the best thing that they can do for several reasons. Obviously, they're paying $15.95 a month to be a PC, but they're going to save 25% on anything past that. So if they're going to be on Shakeology, for instance, they're going to save $30. So you're already saving $15 a month, you're already saving $15 a month on top of having to pay that $15 anyway. So it makes sense if they're going to stick with it for more than 30 days to be a PC. Secondly, if you're on a subscription, you're gonna get free access to the next, the body block that comes out the next month. So instead of having to pay for it, you're already getting to get the next body block, which means they're gonna continue to stay engaged, which means if they're on subscription and they're in the next body block every month after that, they're gonna get the best results. If they're gonna get the best results, they're going to become hooked. They're going to tell their friends. They're going to tell their friends about you. They might become a coach once they start seeing what you do, and they might start asking you questions. So to me, and we can talk about more all this on another call, but sell them on being a customer first, but then you got to upsell them to be a PC. And it's a really easy upsell. If you just break it down and look at all the reasons why they should be a PC, what benefits being a PC is, I mean, it's a no-brainer. While you won't get the commissions off them, you will get the team volume. So you're going to be building your team volume and building yourself also as a coach, because you're going to become an emerald or a diamond the more you sign up. So that's just something that, just a free bonus that you can, take with you. And maybe we'll talk more about that on another call one day.
Awesome. Well, is there any questions? I know anytime we talk about the compensation plan or income or anything like that, there's some questions. Sounds like everybody's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I should say basically I need to build my weak leg a whole lot. Same.
That's a good problem though.
Yeah, exactly. Not everybody has that. So, well, do you want to pray over us and this week and the team, and then you can go?
For sure. All right. Heavenly Father, God, thank you for today, Lord, and just thank you for just these women and just all the hard work that they're putting in their businesses, Lord. I just thank you for all the husbands too behind the scenes that supporting them, and all the people that they are impacting, whether it's their clients or their own coaches, their team. God, we just pray for just success over their businesses that will just be life-changing for their customers, life-changing for their families, Lord. I pray for just the month ahead that you'll just give them a renewed energy to just make it happen and just do their best and see what, God, just let them trust you and give you the, results and just the glory and all that. But God, just thank you for tonight and be with us as we go about our weeks this week. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you guys for being on.